Improved security and justice for the people of Jamaica, a strategic goal of the Portia Simpson Miller administration. And government has been taking decisive steps to ensure that Jamaica becomes a more just society. We'll share some specifics later on in the show. Hello, I'm Audrey Williams, and this is Jamaica Magazine. Also today, exploring a career option that could be perfect for you. And a little entertainment to get you into the festive mood. The magazine gets underway with the news right after this important message.
There is no vaccine for the Chikungunya virus. If you've been infected, take paracetamol such as Panadol, Cetamol, and Tylenol to reduce pain and fever. Sleep under mosquito netting and get plenty of rest. Take showers or sponge baths in room temperature water to lower fever, especially in children, and drink lots of fluids to prevent dehydration. If your symptoms worsen, go and see a doctor. Do not take aspirin as this could cause bleeding, and never use rubbing alcohol. To learn more, call 1-888-1-LOVE. That's 1-888-663-5683.
Good day, I'm Andrea Chisholm and this is your JIS News for Thursday, December 11. Jamaica has joined an international project to fight drug trafficking and reduce illicit imports and exports through international airports. On Wednesday, government signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the UN Office on Drugs and Crime UNODC to implement the Airport Communication Project AirCop. It aims at intercepting illicit shipments by establishing real-time operational communication between international airports in Africa, Latin America, and the Caribbean.
The project establishes joint airport interdiction task forces, which are connected to international law enforcement databases and communication networks.
The project has been welcomed by both the Ministers of Transport and National Security.
It is accepted that Jamaica has made tremendous strides in the fight against international trade in illicit goods and drugs. This initiative will certainly provide us with some of the support needed to mount an even stronger response.
UNODC partners with the World Customs Organization, Interpol, and the European Union to implement the project. Among other things, Jamaica's involvement includes establishing 2 joint interdiction task forces at the Sangster and Norman Manley International Airports. Parliament has passed the first supplementary estimates, which shows that expenditure for the 2014-2015 fiscal year now stands at $539.3 billion. This reflects a $739 million reduction. Among other things, the supplementary estimates made provision for $161 million in additional expenditure for cleanup activities and repair to garbage trucks.
There was an emergency drought response, of which required an additional $106 million. Maintenance of roadways, $360 million. Settlement of outstanding arrears from government departments to the National Water Commission, some $215 million.
There were also provisions to meet outstanding bills by Tax Administration Jamaica, to support the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, and to facilitate the National Health Emergency Response Program. Meanwhile, the Finance Minister has called for cooperation from the parliamentary opposition as government seeks to pass the budget for the upcoming fiscal year before March 31. Under the new fiscal rules incorporated into the Financial Administration and Audit Act, government is now required to pass a budget before the start of an upcoming financial year.
For the first time next February, we're going to have the estimates of revenue and the estimates of expenditure presented at the same time. We can either approach the discussions in our usual fashion with division, or we can begin to change the way in which we search for collective solutions to important national problems and issues.
The minister says he fully supports a sharp debate on the country's financial affairs, but says there has to be willingness for both government and opposition to come to a compromise. The Heart Trust NTA has revived its registered apprenticeship program RAP, which will see hundreds of young people gaining on-the-job training in several skill areas. Already, more than 200 persons are engaged in training under the program, which was launched last Thursday. The trainees will receive certification and job opportunities from participating companies.
This is an epic day for Jamaican education, and it shows a new allision, a new linkage between education and the economy, and it is fitting your young lives with a new possibility for advancement.
Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce Anthony Hilton adds that RAP will provide Jamaica with a more modern, competitive workforce fit for the global logistics hub.
If we're serious about investments, we cannot underestimate the vital importance of having a skilled and highly trained workforce available to employment. This is one of the pillars on which modern industry and commerce is built.
And finally, members of the Diaspora will soon be able to access the services of the Jamaica Mortgage Bank JMB when investing in housing in Jamaica. General Manager of the JMB, Courtney Winter, says the bank will be launching a new service to focus on the technical aspect of construction financing and mortgage financing.
What we want to offer is that service where we can do the project management of the folks in the diaspora who are interested in coming back and building, to ensure that when they return home, there is a building and there is a house.
Mr. Winter says the service will include close monitoring of construction projects to ensure optimal output. He was speaking at a JIS think tank on December 9. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Thank you for watching.
This is one time we don't want you to laugh.
Staying safe on the road is a serious thing.
Mr. Taxi driver and bus driver, take time, man. People, say one-stop driver and come off.
Cyclists, motorcyclists, pedestrian, all road users using the head.
Only if you use cell phone and drive. No, man.
Idiot thing that.
Road safety is no laughing matter.
Because we want you to be around
and laughing with us for a long time.
A message from the National Road Safety Council and National Health Fund.
Government has been moving ahead with its legislative agenda, pushing through 24 bills in Parliament since the start of the legislative year in April. In addition to legislative changes, the administration has moved to improve several aspects of the justice system. Take the new court management system, for example. Several changes were made this year to improve the functions of the court and ensure greater access to justice for all Jamaicans. Watch this feature to learn more.
New court management model introduced, and preparation for the new criminal case management system. Just two of government's targets for achieving a reformed justice system and ultimately a more secure and just society in financial year 2014-2015. The Ministry of Justice has set out to strengthen the operations of the island's courts. A new court management model is being implemented to improve the Court Management Services Unit, which records court proceedings and provides other administrative support for the courts.
The approved model will allow for greater cohesion between the adjudicative and administrative functions of the judiciary and the protection of judicial independence with respect to the adjudicative functions of judges, and will enable the input of other key stakeholders within the justice system with respect to the governance of court administration.
This approved model essentially replaces the Court Management Services Unit with what's now called the Court Administrative Division, CAD. It's also expected to deliver more efficient and effective administrative and management services to the courts. Under the new model, an advisory board will be appointed to advise the Chief Justice on matters of management and operation of the court system. It also creates 3 new legal posts. The first, an executive legal officer to the Chief Justice, who will provide legal and administrative support to the Chief Justice. The second, a Chief Resident Magistrate.
The Chief Resident Magistrate will assume responsibility for routine administrative matters affecting the Resident Magistrate's courts, which are now referred to and handled by the Chief Justice on a daily basis, and will provide input from the Resident Magistrate's Court into the court administration structure.
And the third new post is an executive legal officer to the Chief Resident Magistrate. This person will provide management support to the Chief Resident Magistrate. The Court Administrative Division will report to and operate out of the Office of the Chief Justice. CADs to come on stream within fiscal year 2014-2015, with full implementation over 2 years.
The proposed changes would add significant value to the work and effectiveness of the judiciary, will reinforce judicial independence, which is a fundamental underpinning of our system of democratic governance under the rule of law, and will enhance the quality of justice being administered to the Jamaican people.
In addition to the new Court Administrative Division, government has been engaging members of the legal fraternity on the implementation of criminal case management (CCM) in the courts. With CCM in place, judges will assume a leadership role in ensuring that all elements of pre-trial preparation are substantively streamlined. This will allow for cases to be tried speedily and efficiently while ensuring fairness to all parties in the trial process.
Criminal cases coming before our courts, as you all know, have increased over the years, and as a result, it is necessary for us to combine our efforts to address the challenges posed by this in order to promote the interest of justice and inspire confidence in our justice system.
A consultation exercise has begun in preparation for the full rollout. The main objective of the CCM is to cut unnecessary downtime of court staff, attorneys, judges, crown prosecutors, jurors, and persons accessing the court. CCM should also facilitate a timely and efficient judicial system and reduce the number of mention and trial dates for cases, which will eliminate undue delays in the adjudication of cases. Once criminal case management is embraced by members of the legal fraternity, these and other significant changes will take place. It ultimately means that the courts will have a modernized preliminary inquiry process where case files are ready prior to court scheduling and are presented during hearings. Protocols will also be instituted to get witnesses and prisoners to court, facilitating trials in a timely and well-organized manner. All this will bring about the desired result of increased confidence in the justice system. The government is committed to a reformed justice system, implementing strategic measures to achieve the structured and efficient operation of the island's courts, facilitating effective governance for a secure and just society.
The Ebola virus is transmitted through direct contact with an infected person's blood or other bodily fluids like saliva, urine, stool, and semen. Symptoms of Ebola include sudden fever, intense weakness, muscle pain, headache, and sore throat. This may be followed by vomiting, diarrhea, and rash, and in some cases both internal and external bleeding, leading to death. Protect yourself. Avoid travel to Ebola-affected countries. Avoid contact with infected persons. Don't touch the body of someone who has died from Ebola. Wash hands frequently with soap and water and use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. To know more, call 1-888-663-5683.
Men, when you want to look good for your function, where you go other than to the store? Now must your barber, man. Your look can't complete without a good haircut and a proper line-up. But what about entering the barbershop for another reason? Have you ever considered that it could be a lucrative career option?
Remember that? Keisha really did a good job, but not even her skilled hands could coif a style that keeps for so long. And really, who would want that? Our hair is one of those things that allow us to change our look, expressing our personality, our moods and desires. But it's not just about the ladies. Male hair care is just as important and an equally viable career option for men or women. I'm Kerry. Welcome to Career Talk.
I became a barber in 2002.
I got started in this business about 12 years ago. Was going to school and I was loving it. I just try it, and from that, I've been in it.
I like to make people look neat, you know, from a tender stage I like neatness, so I choose barber.
And I chose this job because from a younger age, I love trimming. Used to do it in school, line up my friend them, and I find it very interesting.
Barbering is one of the oldest professions in the world, with archaeological evidence of the practice even among prehistoric people. Over the centuries, the profession's popularity has steadily grown, and its skilled practitioners can command meaningful earnings for cutting, trimming, shaping, and tapering men's hair.
We cut women's hair as well, and cut it very well too.
Yeah, you know, ladies gonna be different. You know, basically, ladies, when they want something done to them hair, they really want it that way. There's not really a problem still, we just do it exactly like how they want it.
You have to make people know what you do, and you have to leave a trademark.
Yes, you can make a great living if you're serious with it, if you love it, if you really want it.
First step is to get training, and that's not limited to the classroom. Many barbers will tell you that they learned the trade on the shop floor, mentored by a senior barber.
One day I was at this very same building sitting down, not doing anything. And somebody said, fifth there, some barbershop need a barber, and then say I should come and check it out. Not knowing I could be here right now, being a professional barber like I am right now.
If you don't have a skill like that, it's best to go to the school so you can know how to do it. But sometimes it's just like a gift.
Completing an approved training program in a certified beauty or barber school can only be a bonus, especially if you're looking to ply your trade in different countries where you wouldn't have had time to build a reputation. Speaking of which,
I really tip you overseas. That basically is the main difference. They might give you a tip, but down here you don't really get a tip like that. Barber license, that is required. It's basically the same thing.
In Jamaica, barbers are licensed by the local authority or parish council. You'll need a health certificate issued by the medical officer, 2 attested photographs, a certified copy of the relevant certificate or diploma granted by a professional training institution, and the relevant fee. Submit your documents, and if all checks out, your license will follow.
The barber that is the top barber go and get his license. There, you have to go through a process of studying about germs and all the things that can transfer of disease and all the things that can happen through barbering.
Know how when to wash your hand after a customer. Know how to prepare yourself before a customer come in your chair. So basically, it's a lot of stuff you have to know.
Like, good customer service is not an option.
This is the Barbershop, Cornerstone neighborhood. Our own country club. I mean, we can't talk straight in the barbershop, then where can we talk straight? We can't talk straight nowhere else. You know, this ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
Yes. You have to have a personality about it. You have to have that. But sometimes somebody come to you and just talk, and you have to have a thing. Sometimes you're not in the talking mood, you know, but it's a customer, so you have to just give him that vibes and reason with him. So barbershop is really like a reason spot just like that also.
The best thing about my job is to please the customer. Give the customer what they want.
So maybe a customer call in your bed 8 o'clock, so you have a flight. So you don't know, it's a customer, so you have to jump out and go get him, deal with so you can go get him business start out.
The barber that is on top of his game have a lot of customers. Customers from all over. Customers from foreign, customers from country, customers all over.
You know, the man always have to groom the hair. Some groom it for women, some groom it for interviews. And like this expensive man in my chair. Young people, all I'm saying to you is if you choose barber, You just have to put your mind to it. Whatever you're doing, from you put your mind to it, well, it can be successful.
Question. If I asked persons you work with, would they say you are professional? No, I'm not talking about your paid occupation. What I'm getting at is professionalism, your conduct at work. You see, the thing is, skills are all good and well. I mean, if a barber can't trim, well, you know the rest. But equally, if he doesn't do the job with the right attitude, well, he may very well find himself skilled, but out of a job.
Professionals are punctual. They don't show up late for work, assignments, or meetings, because it would suggest that they don't care or value other people's time.
A true professional is willing to help his or her coworker when that person has too much to do or simply doesn't know how to complete a particular task. Don't be afraid to share your knowledge, skills, or even an extra pair of hands. Remember, one person's success reflects on the entire business. The reverse is also true.
Here's another truth. The absence of professionalism is usually more obvious than its presence. What do you think people are or aren't noticing about you?
The thing about professionalism with barbering, that's what gives you a lot of customers, because when you trim somebody and you walk on the road and somebody else see it, or probably on his job or anywhere the customer go and somebody else see it, they would like say, oh, where you get that trim? And they would say, oh, let me take it to my barber. So that's how we get another barber customer. Yeah.
The holidays are about connecting with friends and loved ones and making time for fun. But even as you go about enjoying the holiday season, it's important to remember the hidden dangers. Consider these simple tips to keep safe around the home. Cut down overgrown hedges close to your home to improve visibility around your property, and watch out for persons acting suspiciously in your community. When inside, especially at nights, remember to secure windows and doors with deadbolts, and try not to leave keys where they can be seen from outside. If you are leaving your home, make sure to lock all windows and doors, and do not tell too many persons that you are going away for the holiday. Another safety tip to remember involves your house keys. Do not leave spare keys in mailboxes and other places around the home. If you must, leave them with a relative or a neighbor you can trust. It's recommended that you install a security system and safety lights that are triggered by movement, as these help to deter criminals. And if you feel there is an intruder inside your home, make an alarm for help or call the police. Do not attempt to investigate yourself. As you go about enjoying all the holiday has to offer, be vigilant and keep safe. And also, please remember your neighbors. Look out for anything or anyone suspicious and contact the police for assistance.
Christmas is here again, and there are so many things you may want to do this Christmas. For parents, you know how the children can be. They are anticipating gifts and making all kinds of demands. But how can you meet those expectations when money is tight? Well, you may want to consider this.
Why not engage the children? Talk to them about your financial situation. Let them know how much you have to spend and spell out the necessary things that you must buy. Let them help you design a budget and stick to it.
Talk to them about the possibility of postponing gift giving until a later date when you can afford it. Or choose to buy a gift the whole family will enjoy. Don't assume they won't understand. Talk to them. You will be surprised how understanding they can be.
wondered what goes on behind the scenes in our production of Jamaica Magazine? Crazy things happen, especially when we step in front of the camera. Sometimes we get tongue-tied and sometimes the words don't quite come out right. Watch this clip and see for yourself.
High blood pressure or, H on the heart. And if left uncontrolled, it could be two. Coming up within the half hour. Man, I feel it. Not getting it.
The project has been welcomed by both the ministers of...
The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, is reporting that Jamaica may see its lowest number of police fatal shootings this year. That never come out right.
Eh? Center myself?
Responding to the call of duty at Christmas, essential service workers... Wait there, we're doing? We're rolling? No, I think it's the levels.
Committed to advancing the interests of the defenseless and the difficult consonant combinations.
So go when I get fat. Kia kia.
Never wonder why would you away. That she do. She don't know what she has to sing. Only turn to lie. That's what she do.
Standing right in. Chop off yourself, Mr. Chop off yourself. Walk out and chop off yourself.
Hope you liked our show. Send us some feedback now. Email jamaicamagazine@gis.gov.jm. Send us a tweet at GIS News or link us on Facebook. Get more safety tips and useful information on website gis.gov.jm. And join us again tomorrow, same time, same station. On behalf of the entire production crew, I'm Audrey Williams, reminding you to walk, ride, and drive safely on the roads.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.